folks, and welcome to Listing with Andrew, the live show where you can get bored watching this stuff on eBay, or you think about doing the same. Tonight, we've got a special guest, a man who is just fresh from building his new cattery, the Catpeddler. Welcome. Your crowd is already shouting, they're not interested in me anymore. So there's a big-time YouTubers coming on, that's it. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm just back from doing the Christmas shopping for the accountant's future wife.
Christmas shopping?
I'm a personal shopper now.
You don't do that until the 24th of December?
It ain't for me. It's her stuff that she buys and gives me money to buy for her. Who we got in the chat? We've got Matt. Welcome, Matt. Ali's in. Richie's in. We might drop the link later. Richie, we'll see how it goes. Chris is in. Tonks is in. Welcome all. It's going to be super interesting, isn't it?
We've got Drinking with Andrew banner at the bottom here.
That's a good point. Yeah. Well, just advertising next Friday's show, aren't I? Forward thinking. Right. What was I going to say? Yeah. Have you seen the description for this video?
Not the description. I saw the title. Should I go through and have a look at the description?
No need at all. No, just making commitments on your behalf.
All right. I'll best have a look then.
Welcome, Victoria.
Apologise for the feedback you're about to get. I have to search for it because obviously I'm not subscribed to you.
What do you mean you're not subscribed? Every subscriber I get. I've been to TK Maxx. All of your Christmas present / gifts / for yourself are safely in the Raydon corner in the house now. Just waiting for the payment to come through.
Hoping to get a video out by Christmas.
2 months since the last Catpeddler video. The audience is waiting.
Right.
Well, this isn't going well.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. It may do.
No videos before Christmas, folks.
I'll try and get at least a couple. So I'll use my Christmas intro.
Christmas with Catpeddler. Excuse me a minute. I've got to get this sticker off this thing. So I'm applying the heat gun, otherwise known as the Phil Smith hairdryer. Hello, Porky. All right, so what's happening there is the label's not coming off, but I am melting the plastic.
You've destroyed your item.
That's gone really well.
So I have a Buzz Lightyear with a blue utility belt.
Not a chrome one.
It's not a chrome one. Well, it's got a bit of chrome on it, but it's not fully chrome. But I think the blue one still sells.
They all sell. When I was at the tabletop sale on Sunday, there was a box of toys. Only decent thing in the entire tabletop sale, and there's a Buzz Lightyear poking out of it. So like, right, I just go and offer a lot on some money on the whole box. So I grab it, and the bloke standing next to me goes, "Oh, I've already just paid for that whole box." I'm like, "Oh, brilliant, fantastic!" So the only thing in here is worth getting. Said, yeah, I know. Taking it to my van now. Stupid rival resellers.
So I wonder if anybody in the chat knows whether this Buzz Lightyear is indeed the correct Buzz Lightyear. Do we have any toy experts in?
Let's have a look. Let's get it on the screen. Let's see.
All Right, hang on. Can I share a screen?
Yeah, I should be able to.
How do I do that?
Should be. It's called Present now.
Oh, present. Right. Okay.
Yeah, they've changed the name of it just to confuse people.
This is how often I do. I do these live. Right, share screen. Right. Share. Has that worked?
Hang on.
Aha, there you go.
That's what I thought. It's actually a fake Buzz Lightyear.
Fake one.
This is much like your Jules, or whatever it was. This was like your bowls bag that you had. It looks like it might be real, but yeah, you can tell by the plastic there.
That's still sold though.
That's the Chinese plastic, that is, rather than the Taiwanese one.
I reckon it's this £33 one. Although there's some joker put it for £124.99. I don't think. Well, it is the same one, but I don't think he's going to get that. So let's have a look at solds.
It's actually one of the most popular searches when you put in Buzz Lightyear blue belt. It does, because it does auto complete it. It comes up even after you put Buzz Lightyear in, so it's popular. That's on your Terapeak. Oh, hang on. I've lost the picture of it.
I'm thinking this one will do.
Yeah, this one here gone for 60 odd quid. Then we've got the one that's gone for £59.40 up, plus £9.60 postage. Nearly 70 quid. Disney picks a rare Buzz Lightyear with blue anti-gravity utility belt.
Right. I'm trying to think where he is. Oh, here he is. Oh.
Full light sequence.
Right, so this is a Disney Pixar Mattel. So don't think it's the Thinkway Toys one.
Approaching destination. Re-engaging gravity.
But yeah, he appears to work. He's got a laser.
Yeah, this one that's gone for 60 quid plus shipping is a Mattel one.
Hang on, let me refine my.
Let me see if I can share this link with you.
57, 62.
Can I share this? Yeah, share.
This looks very similar.
Right, I've just sent a link to the chat.
Right.
Bear in mind, it's probably gone for a little less because that was an Irish sale.
Yeah, he looks very similar.
But it looks like
they all look the same to me. But he is.
That's a Mattel one, though. Hello, Franny Balls. Hello, Peter. Oh, DeFi deals.
That's what I'm going to go for then. I'm going to go for $59.95.
Yeah.
With offers. It is Q4 after all. And it comes with batteries. Because I can't be bothered to remove them. So.
Ashley is in, my future wife. Welcome, Ashley.
I'll go with that, I think. As good as anything.
Apparently, Tina Turner Barbie dolls are selling for good money. That's fantastic because I haven't got any of those. So, but you never know what might come up. So this weekend, I've got a jumbo sale and an auction.
I have a new car boot sale this weekend. And it's on all day. Apparently, it starts at 9 o'clock, stops for an hour midday, and then goes on until 6 o'clock.
So you're just gonna go for McDonald's at lunchtime and come back.
I have a feeling it's going to be like 5 stalls, but we shall see. It was really badly advertised, and yeah, I can't see it being worthwhile of a full day event. But I shall go. Probably quite late on though, because I've got a better boot sale to go to early on. So
Tonks wants to know what it is so he can get there early and steal all the tat.
it's somewhere around Glenrothes. Can't remember where exactly it is, but you probably can look on Facebook or something. It'll be, I think it was on that Scottish car boot sale sort of advertising thing on Facebook. Right, Buzz Lightyear. I've even got a video of the Buzz Lightyear.
I've put a video on one of my listings, but how do you know if they've approved it or not? Because it said it was going for listen like a notification.
Yeah, you got to. Well, it doesn't it doesn't notify you. So you just it either just works or it doesn't work. Right? Which is pretty crap.
Oh, fantastic!
I've had ones that weren't approved. I think it's because of some sort of copyright, because it was a keyboard, a Casio keyboard, and I played one of the demo music things and had that going, and it didn't get approved. Don't quite know why really, because it was just some rubbish music. But
I thought the old point of those was that it was non-copyright stuff anyway. But there you go. Anyone who hasn't used Cherries, the online discount store? What's Cherries? I've come across that. Right, let's get this listing done. My local swimming pools putting on stalls at 25. Jesus Christ. We've got the biggest car boot in North Wales. Derek's been there before. It's a £5 for a stall there.
oh, that was a good boot sale, that was. Disney, Pixar, Mattel.
You're not putting that as your first 3 words, are you?
I was going to.
Surely for your SEO, Buzz Lightyear needs to be first.
Is Buzz Lightyear better, is it?
Well, you've got to think about what people are going to be typing in, haven't you? Somebody's going to be typing in Buzz Lightyear first.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I listened to a load of people saying which is better. I think it was Mel who did a video on it, didn't she? About how to sort of lay out your keywords and stuff. But then, problem is, then I forget. Buzz Lightyear, Disney, Pixar, Mattel, and blue anti-gravity belt. Utility belt.
Buzz Lightyear, blue belt, first 4 words. Because when I typed in Buzz Lightyear into the search on eBay, it came up as the next suggested words, blue belt. So that means blue belt is trending.
Okay, I'll go with that then. If it doesn't sell before Christmas, I'm blaming you. It's nothing to do with the horrendously expensive price tag I'm putting on it.
All right. I'm going to do some extensive testing on this Philips T for 2. I am going to plug it in and see if it turns on.
They're always good sellers, aren't they? As long as the things aren't shipped.
Boxed with instructions, and to be honest, it's immaculate. So I don't think it's like actually being used.
I had a bad experience where I was trying to buy one of those, and there was this guy who was sort of showing me it, and I obviously knew what it was, and I just wanted to pay for it. He went, "Oh, does this?" He dropped the cup, and the cup broke. He just shut up and let me. I bought it anyway, so I think I had a few of them anyway. So, but yeah, ended up with a broken handle, I think.
Right, the light has come on, so as far as I'm concerned, that is tested and working now.
Fully checked, 100%.
I mean, it is immaculate.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had one of those that hasn't actually worked.
Just gonna go and take some photos of it now in the kitchen in its home environment. Help it out. Here we go. It's exactly where we need it. Except, no, you have it by your bed, don't you? But nobody wants to see inside your bedroom. Welcome to Tea Cakes. Right. So £5 on this with a car boot. We first purchase on Sunday at the third car boot that I went to.
Was that snatched under Richard Payne's nose?
It's on his. It wasn't far. I went to one that's even closer, but the first place I went to is tabletop style, sold out. They said, so we got there and it was sold out, but the room only had accommodation about 6 tables, so it wasn't very good.
Right.
And they said just there was just no quality items there at all. I went to nearby car boot afterwards, and just nothing. There was less people there than there was at the tabletop sale. They probably all got to tabletop sale, in fairness. I went to the third one, which is more of a market than a car boot, but I managed to get a few things there. But it's one of those where it's literally all traders. They know how much stuff goes for on eBay, so they know how much they charge you to get maximum for them and leave a bit for you. So you're paying up for stuff all the time.
It's not bad if you're short of stock, but if you got loads of stock, it's...
Well, as you know, I struggle getting hold of stock on a regular basis.
Yeah. You don't have huge lockup full of it.
Or a shed, or a container, or a garage, or a house.
Lockups with an S. Oh, I went into my shed I've got outside with all my electrical stuff in it, and that really needs emptying. That's ASAP, really. I can see that sort of getting a bit damp and horrible during the cold weather. So that's my priority, as well as all the other stuff I've got to do as a priority.
I just need some of this stuff.
It does help. Blue belt, Disney Pixar Mattel, anti-gravity belt, working. Rare, like the old rare thing. Should put Toy Story, shouldn't I? Used. Good use condition, fully tested, working. Series. Oh, you didn't go to the boot sales last week? Nothing was snatched from under his nose. Well, Phil wants to know if the Thursday Late Show coming back soon. Yes, it is. I was on holiday a couple of weeks. Nick was moving house, and that's basically the main reason we stopped it. So I think Nick's more or less ready to get back into it now. So probably do one soon.
I've heard a rumour that you're due to have a special guest star soon as well.
Yes, on the next hosting, I've got a fairly unknown YouTuber coming on. So I don't think he's going to be very popular, but it's the sort of clientele I can get on. I can't get a high YouTuber.
I've heard a rumour he's in charge of the team awards in work this year, and the only entrants that have been allowed through to the final are all him.
That sounds about right.
So I think it's going to be really very popular with a lot of senior civil servants after that ceremony.
You'll be on the jungle. You'll be on the jungle next.
What have we got now? Honestly, we know. Here he is, Ryan Reynolds coming on. Just because he's had a planning permission to build an extension to his stadium because he's overcompensating. He's not happy with the size of it, so he wants to go bigger. Thinks he come here and give it the big I am. It's not happening. So I've got a tease made going for 20. Yes, sell yours for 20. I'm going to buy mine on for 30. They buy yours first, and then somebody who misses out go, I have to pay 30 quid for this one now.
I can't remember how much I got for my last one. Let me have a quick look. I sold them fairly recently. T42.
Somebody's managed to get £36, including postage for one, which I think is.
You want to know how much I got for mine?
Well,
£47.90.
Fuck me.
I list stuff expensive, but I got £36 for one, £42 for one, and £47 for one. That was in September.
Right. I'm putting mine on for 30 quid, including shipping. I'm not going for these ambitious prices. I paid a £5 for it. I want it gone. 30 quid seems a fair price.
Mine sold pretty much straight away. Might have just been lucky.
Could just be top of the best match. First one they see, they just press the buy button.
Yeah, possibly.
Used but in immaculate condition, I think is fair to say. I won't say immaculate actually, because I'll probably get it dirty. I'll tell you about the food blender I had returned.
Don't think so.
It's called a food blender. I don't normally bother these things, as you know, but it was like literally it was £1 to buy it, so I bought it.
Did it have mouldy food on it?
No, absolutely, it was perfect, right? Apart from I'd missed a tiny little yellow blob underneath it at the bottom, probably where I put it down to take pictures, and it's picked up something, and that was it. Tiny, honestly, like. And she returned it saying she wasn't happy with the condition the item was in because it wasn't like brand new. Well, obviously fucking not. It was used. It wasn't listed as brand new. It took me, after she returned it, took me nearly 5 minutes to find where this little blob was. It was just impossible to find. And that was it.
Yeah.
So, fuming. Fuming I was. Sold it for 30 quid the next day. Anyway, after I'd removed the blob and put in the description, this is a used item, so may show some signs of use.
Yeah, I sold a trunky recently. They opened a return request, said it was dirty. They returned it just after 2 weeks. So they'd been on holiday. They went on there for their 2-week holiday or whatever, and then returned it. But I reckon people like to lock in the fact that they can return it before they go, so they're ready to send it back as soon as they get back. That is my prediction.
got one open today. He's had it. The cardboard cover has got a bit of a rip in it, so obviously he's returning that on a used item. I said, well, I said, be shit in the post. I said, obviously it's bubble wrap protected. There's packing peanuts in there. I said, but at the end of the day, you know, it's still possible for it to get knocked in the post.
Yeah.
So I give you, I said, you know, the media, so the courier companies don't cover media packaging, which is what it is as a result, because obviously it's going to happen. Nope. Return it. So I'll give you £3 back, you know, because could be a cost of your payment, whatever. You know, because back cost return label, isn't it? No, it's getting returned. So I said, oh, fine. If it comes back, not in the condition that it was sent in, obviously I could give a 50% refund. So we shall see.
I had a amplifier returned probably about 6 months ago, and that came back. They said they couldn't get something to work on it, so I retested it. All seemed fine when I tested it, so I put it back on sale, and it sold again, and exactly the same problem this new buyer was complaining about. So I gave them £20 off instead of returning it, just to basically. There's obviously could be an issue. I mean, I couldn't get it to do it, but I didn't want to get it back and then have to sell it again. Probably faulty this time, because you know, two buyers might, you know, that's pushing it, isn't it? But,
yeah, it's not like they often talk to each other, is it? So I'd probably be the same. We got a return on £10. I think the stitching that shouldn't be on it. Sometimes people do alter them, don't they? The dresses and whatever, so they get a better fit. So it may well be that. But at the end of the day, we just need a thread unpicker, and it's gone, isn't it?
yeah.
People have no skills or abilities these things anymore, as we will find out when I do fixing with Andrew, the new YouTube series that is going to happen soon.
I'm looking forward to that one.
We'll have to wait until after that. So we'll announce our listing challenge. We'll have to wait until after then. We're having a listing challenge next week, folks. For those who want to get involved. Oh, I've left me frigging apple and mango juice in the way. Right, well, fuck it. I'll have to crop the picture.
But you've left a
I've left
picture.
a bottle of squash in the middle of the picture.
Professional as always.
Unbelievable.
Could be worse. Could have left something else in the photo.
Oh, it's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. There's just this bottle of squash. How can I not spot a bottle of squash?
Guitar Hero, Les Gibson guitar. That's what I'm on now. For Nintendo Wii.
If I've list one, I've done no. It's my Secret Santa here, Cherry. She's matched with somebody else on the Secret Santa, but because I turned up 2 hours late to the show, so we've agreed that we're going to have a rematch, and Cherry's matching with me. So fantastic. I feel sorry for the bloke she's matched with, though, because, you know, obviously he's missed out now, but never mind. Welcome, Kathy. £25 return. Yeah, I don't like that.
How are you finding the new listing tool?
Me? That was what I say, really, is there? I'm not a huge fan. I don't really like change, do I? So you know,
I don't like the item specifics. It seems to like show them all, and you used to be able to just type it in, and now you've got to click show all and then type it in.
And it doesn't, like when I'm listing a brand new item, and I want it to come on, you know, Google and Google Shopping, you've got to put the EAN and the MPN in, otherwise Google has a fit. But it doesn't show the field to put it in.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
you have to. I don't know which freaking category it's in. So I have to go show more and everything. So I end up with a page that's massive like this. Trying
I
to
think
find
it.
it.
I think it overlaps some stuff. Sometimes I've had the brand sort of basically on the top of the name or something, so it basically overlaps. You can only fill in one of them. You have to click show more, and then it reorders it, and then you can see it. I don't understand how they can't fix these things really quickly, because that's quite a
It's the UI thing, isn't it? It's not a it's presentational. It's a 2-second job.
Yeah.
Right. The second listing. That's two £30 plus items I've listed that really I should have saved for next week. I should have just done like £5 media and stuff today, but never mind. I've emailed my official Secret Santa and not heard back. Oh, fantastic. Sherry's found a gift for me. And I've not even had to suggest what I want. I don't think it's hard to work out, is it? Is Jeanette in as well? I've missed Jeanette. That's Nespresso. Oh, there we go. There's Jeanette. Welcome, Jeanette. Apologies for missing you. I can't keep up with the chat, even though it's not a busy chat. I'm just concentrating on listing. Right. So far, I have listed, for those interested, a signed John Reynolds autobiography. If anybody wants to buy a signed John Reynolds autobiography, available now in the Monumental UK store for $34.95. Bargain. Probably buy it cheaper elsewhere, but never mind that. Evening, Mr. Mandry. We've got a Philips teas made. Cost me a fiver, listed for 30 quid. Next, we have got going on a Mario Kart, radio controlled Mario Kart. It is brand new in original packaging, but the packaging does have some damage. I'm hoping there's a year on this because it's pretty old. 2004, from 2004. So highly doubtful that it actually functions now, but a good display piece. That's going to go on for 30 quid as well, I think. Still got security protection on, so it was formerly stolen. Formerly a stolen item. I will deny that if the police are watching back, by the way. So I do not handle stolen goods. I just want to make that very clear. That was a joke, I think. I hope. Already, isn't it? It's just another shitstorm because I've just said I sell stolen goods. Money Mental sells stolen goods all over social media or something. Do about it. I'm going to go and photograph this in the kitchen photography area. Which is
where you do all your photos now?
No, I do on this table here, but the table's full of crap at the minute. So I'm going back to where I used to take photos when I first started, which is in front of my bread bin. Heavily cropped to remove the pot of squash this time. Ah, crap. I'm also not doing batch listing and photography, which I should do really with the band.
That's what I do. I basically photograph like 10 items and then list them from my piece of paper I've got.
I don't want to do that without the piece of paper.
I just write down where in my storage I put them, which is the SKU, and I just work from that. As long as I do it pretty soon after taking the photos, I can remember any issues and anything that I know I really want to make clear on the listing. I'll just write something on there so I remember. But I'm really trying not to spend so long on the descriptions now, because that was taking a lot of my time. When really I just use a template.
I don't bother with descriptions.
No, I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest with you. Just a basic, good working order, that sort of stuff.
I order a fair bit of stuff from eBay, and honestly, 99% of the time, it's got off the title and the pictures.
Yeah.
Obviously, the condition, I'll look at, but I can't even find the description if I'm on the mobile app.
No.
If I'm on a mobile app, I usually put it into my basket anyway because I want to go through complete savings when the basket's full. So I get me on the desktop. So I get me, me 10%.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's always worth getting a bit of cash back.
Occasionally, I will put a bit more in if it's something that's I'm the only seller of. It's quite rare, or there's something that I think will help it sell. But other than that,
yeah.
Stu sent me a message. I've got a Bible to research later, so Stu was just giving me some very helpful tips and information, none of which I'll be sharing publicly because, it's just a competition, isn't it? Put all my size in description. Still, yeah, I get that. I do. These item specifics for the pit and stuff. I put it in there as well. Sometimes if I'm feeling particularly generous. I've had listeners before. Every item specific filled out, all the measurements in the description. I used to put them in the title at the time as well. Still had a message. What size is this, mate? Taking the mic. Oh, hang on. We've had a sale. It is time for Guess the Price. Oh, and I've just been paid. Thank you very much, Christina. Oh, I've had 2 sales. Oh, this is going to be a very complex Guess the Price. Do you ever get the feeling sometimes when you've got items being watched and they're of a certain type that the watcher, it's like you get the feeling it's the same watcher when you send out the offers? I had that feeling with these items, these books, and I seem to have been proven correct. I sent out a 3rd one. I'm waiting to see if they accept that. We'll do Guess the Price on the first item. I can tell you these items I sent out an offer on. Always send out my offers ending in a 9 because I want the extra 4p. There's 2 to go. There may be a 3rd coming through if they're happy with the offer. I've sent them on the 3rd item.
What item is it?
Don't get those kind of clues.
I'm going to say $7.99.
Not for the first item though.
$14.99.
And the first mentalist point goes to Mr. Catpeddler. I've sold a book, an antique book from 1878 for $14.99. Actually destroys me the antiques go on eBay for that price.
Yeah.
But, if you had like a rare bookshop in Pimlico or whatever, you get 3, 4, 5 times as much. But anyway, well, the thing is, that's probably where they're from as well, because quite often I end up selling them to a book dealer.
Yeah. When I used to get to auctions, I used to see a lot of books. I just didn't want to touch them, but
yeah, not worth touching the books, folks. The next item that is sold, again for a number ending in 9. So start again.
$7.99.
No. You thought that I was giving a clue before. I thought you might think that, but no, I wasn't.
$12.99.
No. Waiting for the chat to come in now. I've put the dots in. It's still ending in a 9. It's on an off for this one. Thanks again. Hamster Nibbler has gone 9. I like the name Hamster Nibbler. I'm not sure what parts have been nibbled on, but we've had that conversation. Porty's gone 9.99. We've got 11.99 at 7.99. We've had 7.99. Derek went with that one, Ashley, and he unfortunately did not get it. They've still got to pay. They've accepted the offers, but they've not. Well, they may have paid. There's always a lag, isn't there, between getting the payment through. But it would be nice if they did, because currently I'm on £100.06 waiting to come through, and I would like more. It is indeed something 99, but we need to be more specific, tea cakes. Come on, folks, we can get this. We can't move on with the listing stream until we get the correct answer. Derek has had to stop listing, as you can tell.
I'm definitely not doing any listing now. Just sitting there.
Sitting waiting for everybody to get this correct.
Yeah. No listing being done. So
We've got 15.99. I'm afraid not. Peter Monkey Thrift is coming at 8.99. No. Hope for glory, 99.99. Sadly not. I wish. It was a clue. You've had all your clues. You even know what type of item it is. We've got 19.99, 10.99. We're not there.
$12.99.
Well, currently, I'm up against I'm a Celebrity. Come on, folks. The closest guess has been a pound off. We're not that far away.
Somebody's just messaged me saying, number 15 is my address. I not updated it probably. Sorry. It should be okay because he just basically missed his number off his house. So the postcode's the same, so it should be fine as far as tracking is concerned. So I'll just send that anyway.
Right. I cannot find an equivalent Mario Kart to the one I've got, but that's helpful. I might go higher than 30 quid on it and just say, look, this is super rare. Predates everything that's listed here. Here we go. We've got a winner. Well done, Mr. Mandry. $6.99 is correct.
I was close then.
Pound out. a couple of offers to watch, is there? Why watch a $2.95 item? All I'm going to do is send you 10p off, or whatever the minimum amount I can send off is. It's just not worth my time. £2. I've got to take 16p off it. Oh, there we go. They have paid. Fantastic. And because I'm so generous in my offers that I send out to watchers, the total they have paid is less than just one of the items we listed for initially. So it's like they've got a free item. And nothing to do with the fact that I'd accidentally overpriced it by quite a bit. Carrera one, 60 quid. 55 quid for a Carrera one. If you get a Carrera Super Mario Kart, they're like 50 odd quid. Insane. So you have to get
the auctions, one of the first things I got years ago.
There you go. The E&M bargains was knocking them out for about 20 quid. So there is profit in there for RA. You get 50 quid off it, 20 quid, you get an over 50% return, decent for RA. None of these ones. Oh, hang on. Yes. Finally. 35 quid. Boom. Mine is slightly. Yeah, I've got the. This is the Nintendo 64 Mario Kart that I've got. That was what I needed to be looking for. Not the Wii one. All right, put that on for 35 quid. Whoever did this listing needs teaching about keywords. I put Mario in twice. Mario Kart 64, Mario 2004. Oh, you put Mario in once already.
I think I need to do some stuff with my keywords and titles because
You've seen that since the eBay open, and I went there, and the concierge, it's just like your keywords on your listings are just appalling. It's like people can't find any of this stuff, which is why your visibility is just ridiculously low. And I hadn't listed for months. So I went through, she gave me a list to work from. Stuff. She took time out day to email it across to me. And on that list, there was like 100 items. She said, just change their keywords on these. So I've done that. I saw them been listed for years. Over half of them were sold now. So, my mind, it clearly works. But I'm still shit today. I still forget it when I do any listings. You have to think about what's the buyer going to type in.
yeah, well that's it. You got to think of as if you're the buyer.
2004 is not vintage yet, is it? I've got to put vintage in then. Boxed. Official Nintendo. It's got a trademark on it. It's got a Nintendo seal on, so.
I've been listing board games. I bought a big bundle of board games, but half of them stink of smoke. So I just hope they don't. I'm listing them now, but I just hope that doesn't bite me in the backside. declared it. Right, a bit cheaper. But
I got a few ball games. Well, more than a few ball games that need listing. I keep saying I'm not picking up board games and whatever. And I go in the charity shop and I see like rare board games, ones that, and I'm like, oh, that's 30 or 50 quid, and it's and they've got it listed down for 2 quid or whatever. It's like, well, I have to buy it, aren't I?
yeah, well, this is the problem. I see that as well. Like a quid or a couple of quid, and I bought a vintage hotel board game that goes about 50 quid.
Lots of pieces of that, isn't it? And there's always one missing. Oh, like one of the lampposts or something's always missing.
Appears to be complete from my calculations. Lampposts. I'm not sure about lampposts. Has it got lampposts?
It's got lampposts or lanterns or something in it. I'm sure that's what I had missing on mine. One of those.
You've got me.
But obviously, I fully counted it before I sent it out as 100% complete.
What it is? There's a tiny little lamppost that clip to the buildings. I have no idea. So I just counted the buildings. I'm gonna have to zoom in on my photos now, see if there's any little lampposts stuck to them. Which there probably isn't. As it is just up there. I could just get it down, but I can't be bothered now.
So I've listed another item for over. I put 90 odd. I put 100 quid on now. In a few minutes, I could have been doing that in the listing challenge.
Was that a good ching I had?
Yeah, it wasn't mine. Mine's on silent.
Oh, it is. Do you want to do guess the price?
But yeah, you do like 97s and 96s and all kinds of weirdness going on.
I can give you a clue. Let me just find what it is. I don't know what it is yet. There's an Etsy sale. So that's a little bit different. All right, here we go. Right. 20th of November. Yeah, I can do that. All right. It's an Etsy sale. We're not allowed to, and it ends in a 0.
£100.
No.
£10.
No.
£50.
No.
£30.
You're more in the ballpark now.
£27.
No.
I'll let the chat have a couple of guesses while I make this Mario Kart 64 radio controlled vehicle, a brand new and original packaging. Perfect gift for Christmas for anyone who's got a Nintendo fan in the family. Slight damage to packaging, but the only one available on eBay worldwide.
I've got
Bargain.
a Nintendo jumper on. You could send it to me for free. How about that?
No.
I don't want it anyway.
I can't even make it live because it wants an MPN, and it's like I put it in New Udder, which I thought was supposed to not default to that. So that's annoying.
So far, Ali is closest, but it's not quite right.
34.
No.
33.
No.
39.
Close.
38.
Close.
37.
You were closer before.
We've got 36 guests in the chat. 38.50.
38 is very close, but not
Is it?
quite close.
I've said 37. I've said 39.
Yeah, but you got the pennies, remember?
You said I did in a 0, so 50
It
pence.
does. It does. Not a 50.
10.
Not a 10.
20.
No.
30.
No. No.
40,
No.
60,
No.
70.
No. Oh, we have a winner. Yes, we have a winner. Stu Mandry. is the winner.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Plus postage. But I won't count the postage. And it was a vintage slow cooker.
I've got one in the back of my car. I need to pull out and list, actually. Right. Why is this just not
You should get it listed because I've basically, that was my last slow cooker. I've sold about 7 in the last week.
Nice.
So they're hot cakes.
It is. Yeah, you're right, because the one I did have listed, I sold the other week.
The only downside is they're a pain to pack.
Yeah.
Ceramic. I'm gonna have to open this hotel board game now to find out about these bloody lampposts.
So told you that next week or in the listing challenge distracted you then. Right. So you want an MPN on this. All right. Fine. So that's going to be brilliant. And of course, it says it does not apply in the MPM. Oh, isn't it? Oh, a piece of junk.
Are we sure? Yeah, it does need lampposts. There's a little picture
Yeah,
of them.
field missing now. Oh God. Well, where's the EAN field? Because you don't show it to me. I can show more now. Right.
Oh,
I've got MPM.
there's no bleeding lamppost. Look, anybody who knows, I still say it's complete.
Yes. Considering the fact that I had to give somebody a £5.
I'm sure these lampposts don't matter. It's not integral to the game, is it? Surely.
Obviously, there's no frigging match found. Jesus Christ. List it, baby.
Yeah, no lampposts. Okay.
Did you list that as 100% complete?
I haven't listed it yet.
So there you go. I've saved you from an INAD.
But the question is, do you say it's complete?
No,
And then
you say it's 98% complete and you still get the sale because it's that popular, it'll fly out anyway.
yeah, I can't see it really making any difference. I'm assuming lampposts are just they can't be part of the game, are they?
I've never played it.
No, it's probably the integral thing. You can only win the game if you've got lampposts. Right. Tea cake, serious question. Do we think cancelling non-paying sales before the 4 days goes against us? Don't do it, but think I might got none to. Right. So what I do, and I think it's been slated before, but I'll mention it anyway. What I usually do is, say I've got one at the moment, a GSP buyer, 0 rating. What, they came our way.
Dirty buck. Dirty.
Is it? Yeah, the GSP buyer hasn't paid, 0 rating. So I'll give them about 2 days. If no response, I up the quantity to 1. So I usually get a stock option. And then I just let the non-paying thing carry on and I cancel as non-payment, but I stick it back on sale. Because I can't be bothered to wait for people to pay.
I just let it run because quite often I have had people pay on the 4th day.
Yeah, if they're not 0 rated, I look at their accounts. I look if they've bought anything recently. But if it's 0 rated, I haven't bought anything in like 6 months, then yeah, I take the risk. Hasn't failed me yet.
I don't, because I've got over 1,000 items listed, so the next couple of days.
It also depends on the item, but yeah, I can't be bothered to wait. Too many wasters on there. Popular item, I want it back on sale. But I think if you cancel it, well, if you cancel it before the days, you've got to cancel it as out of stock or something, which you get a ding. So I wouldn't do that.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Little Steve. I don't know if I said hello to Little Steve or not. Just hello to Ali. I can't even remember. I can't keep up. Hello to anyone I haven't said hello to. Anyway, there you go. It covers everybody. What do you reckon? Do you reckon there's any value in a 1895 Shakespeare with gold tint, gold leaf? I can't even remember what they call this now. It's gold anyway, and a lead case. I mean, it is slightly decked, obviously, because it's like, you know, all the both combined. Do you reckon?
Don't people buy those? Don't they buy them for display purposes as well?
They do. I don't really like the display market because they can buy anything, can they? And it's not really
very nice anyway
for display, because obviously the leather has started to have some issues. Like, you can see the original, like, underneath the leather. I now know that it's filled with foam, which I did not know before. But there's got to be some value in it, isn't there? I mean, it's really old. 4 edge gilding. Thank you very much. Frederick Warren. It is the Albion edition, which means it's not very big, but it's got some money in it. In 95, Shakespeare. Oh, let's put Albion in. £23. I have to go 20 quid on it then. It just destroys me. I've just hit 3,200 feedbacks.
3,200?
Yeah. I'm trying to get to 10,000 before Car Boot Chris.
Okay. Don't know what I'm...
He's a bit ahead of me because obviously he's been selling for longer than I have. That's
so what are you? 3,000?
3,200.
3,200. I'm 59. Yeah, 5,941. Open the account in 2014. But obviously I was selling late 90s, but not on this account.
People don't even use the keyword antique. Do you know what? I'm going to put more money on this. I'm going to put it up for 30 quid and keyword it better.
Are you still cross-listing or?
Oh, where to cross list too? Unless I do close.
Well,
Hello, Todd. Right. Well, you're nearly 10 o'clock. Listing progress is slow tonight.
how many have you listed?
1, 2, 3.
3. Let me have a look what I've done so far. Since going live, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did do some earlier though.
Did you have your photos took earlier?
Oh yeah, I had photos already.
Too much shadow over there.
I usually take the photos in the morning and then list sort of in the afternoon or evening. I really didn't want to list these board games really because you know they're not that great, but if they're going to sell, they're going to sell now.
Very true.
So I thought I might as well just get them done, but it's hardly, you know, I could list a decent amplifier or something, which I've got loads of, and make, you know, all the money that I get from all these board games in one shot. So it does seem a bit pointless doing all the board games, but
list anything.
unless I donate them, I might as well get them listed. I don't want to donate them. It's not really in me to do that, so I might as well just do it.
I'll list anything and everything. Plus, I always find it. Yeah, I prefer like if we're gonna return or give you an issue on something, I'd rather it be on a low value item.
Yeah, I like having a mixture because when obviously amplifiers, like £100 amplifier doesn't always sell, whereas lower value stuff is pretty constant selling. So you need a mixture, don't you?
Yeah. Did I want a Christmas t-shirt or jumper? I'm just going to apply to that with both. I think that's gone down well. Getting torn it. Right. Another listing done. What? Why? Where is he? Why ask me what colour jumper and then be unhappy when I say what colour I want?
Well, I had a stupid question last night came through. It was I'm selling a camera and it has a film inside. Now I always leave the films inside because some people like to get them and develop them and see what's on them. I think that's like a selling point. Anyway, so I say film inside unknown content, and somebody messaged me and say, "What do you mean by unknown content? Will it be pictures?" I thought, well, it's a camera, and it's unknown content. So yeah, but it's like I don't know what's on it. It's not going to be video.
Should have just replied to say no. It's actually books about photography.
Yeah. But they didn't buy it anyway. They just said, "Okay, thanks." Not quite sure what.
I remember having somebody message me about a Walkman. It wasn't a Walkman; it was a Sanyo one that I had listed, asking if it would play music from the 80s. I thought, well, if it's on cassette, yes. If it's not, then no.
Yeah, I had somebody ask. It was a vintage thing from the 80s or 70s or 80s, and asked if it had a USB connection. Only if Marty McFly owned it previously. But I think a lot of these times people are just winding people up.
I had somebody message me the other day, send me an abusive message, having a go at me. So glad you're not solid item, whatever. So, well, why have you messaged me this? I've never heard from you in my life before. So what's the problem? Oh, you didn't accept my offer on this item. I said, well, I've never had an offer on it, so how can I accept something I haven't had? Oh, right. Yeah, I think it might have been somebody else. Oh, well, fantastic. Thank you for that.
Do you
So all you've done now is get yourself blocked from purchases with me, haven't you? So well done.
Do you get people message you saying that they can get it cheaper elsewhere? So I often get that.
No, I because my prices are actually quite competitive.
Yeah.
If they get it cheaper elsewhere, I do. If I do the RA, I do, which I don't do so much anymore. But when I was doing the retail arbitrage, it often gets people messaging you, moaning about price gouging and such like, and scalping and whatever other terms they use. And I just reply with a link to the Wikipedia page on supply and demand.
Yeah, people don't quite get that you're trying to make a living. Yeah.
So Save Me James Bond from Russia with Love. Paperback is a first edition or a reprint. Let's have a look. Obviously not a first edition hardback. This is the 19th printing from 1965. So probably still be £6 or £7. I picked up one the other week that had a signature in. I was like, yes, I finally got a signed Ian Fleming. I'm sending this in to Sotheby's for evaluation. But I don't think he's called George.
I was going to say it's signed by James Bond. James himself.
No, it was something like To My Darling Lisa from George or something like that. I was like, pants. I was just about to send Mr. Mandry a picture and go, look what I've got, before I read it properly.
These board games just really aren't just worth. They're not worth anything, are they? Most of them.
I've got Mind Trap somewhere back there. That's not like £6-7 now. It's not worth it. All the time. They just take any board game. This less than 10 is just going to the car boot.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't sell a car boot, so I'll never take it to a car boot. I probably should do.
Make good money selling the car boot. You get best of both worlds. You rock up early, you go round, you pick up a load of stuff.
Yeah, I did do one about a year ago, but the problem is I've got so much to take to the car boot. The car was rammed full, so I couldn't really buy anything because if nothing's sold, then I wouldn't be able to put the tap. Because I usually fill my car every week, so I'd literally have to sell everything and then replace it all with new stuff. I did buy some stuff, but it was a bit worrying because obviously I had to get rid of stuff.
I've had that problem before. I just give the stuff away. Just at the end of the day, I go, all right, all this stuff free to whoever wants it.
Yeah, I tried that as well. No, nobody wanted it. I even had video recorders for free, and they didn't want them. They all had like broken doors and things like that on them. Smashed up LCD display and all that sort. So I buy them in bulk, so some of them are all knackered.
Let's take some more pictures. Take pictures of both of these things. All these things are cleaned. In fact, actually, so less than one go.
You want to hear the Catpeddler intro? I could put it on 2 seconds. Here we go. There you go, just for you.
Who wanted that? Was that Ali?
No, Matt sells stuff.
I remember when I stopped taking photos in the kitchen area. The shadows and lighting is terrible. In fact, it's so bad. I'm going to turn on the main lights here. I have to move this stuff. It's just going to have to come out the way.
Have you got your heating on yet?
Well, it's been on for weeks, months.
Months, bloody hell.
I mean, I signed up to a fixed rate well before the energy crisis, so
Oh, right, okay.
makes no. I'm paying much less than, fortunate to pay much less than other people are anyway. So for now, until it runs out next year. But by that time, I'd be debt free. So.
Yeah. You're spending all your money that you normally, pay off your debts with on electricity.
That's the rest of the nation.
No, I missed all the charity stuff when that was on because I had family visiting.
We talk about the fact that I managed to raise more money for charity than anyone else yet again for the
No,
to be
apparently you might have eggs still in your mouth or something.
No, I don't even get me started on that.
I have no idea what that means, but
All I could taste was egg for about 2 or 3 days after that. It was awful.
didn't you eat raw egg or something? I think you told me that.
I ate more than one raw egg, yes. Never again. That is now added to the banned list. I know with golden yolk eggs as well, they're expensive. Get away with calling 1927 antique? I think we can. Maybe not 1935 though. Yeah, a blackie. Oh, wow, since we've had a blackie. Is Mr. Manry still watching? Stu,
Haven't seen him comment recently, but
I've got a Captain W.E. Johns pre-Biggles book. The Rustlers of Rattlesnake Valley. I think he wrote this before he did Biggles anyway. Look. Of course, obviously it doesn't have a year in it because why would it? So first edition.
Yeah.
It's a pre-Biggles Captain John's book. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and get a coffee, which will be back.
Said the bishop to the nun.
Is there any less expensive shipping option? No, because it's GSP.
Yeah, just say you can catch a plane and come over and collect it. I have replied to a question like that before in a GSP order to say I do offer collection in person.
Yeah. I might actually see what is. Where does he come from? The USA. Well, I can't send a CD and amplifier. It's going to be 7 kilograms or something like that. I can't send that, and I'm not risking it because if he wants to return it, I've got to pay for the. I've lost my postage, haven't I? And the outgoing postage.
It's not like that. If it rocks up and he says it doesn't work, well, that's not your problem, is it? You just go, well, we'll just open it up in an INAD and then GSP will cover it.
Yeah. Afraid I only.
Hello, Pat. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Manry. Captain W. Johns. It's definitely first edition. Yeah, 30 quid. Excellent. Be after that. Again, another 30 quid. That should be safe for listening challenge. Never mind.
I took a photo of, I think it's a £400 item. Now I'm wondering whether I should just not bother listening back till next week.
Well, as we know, any photographs that were taken this week have to be disregarded. Can't be listing stuff that's been photoed ahead of the listing challenge.
Well, actually, I might have to rephoto this because there's a knob snapped off, right? And I bought it from my local one of my contacts, and he had the knob in his pocket. Anyway, it took him about a month to give me it. Because I bought it from him, and then it took him a month. He kept on forgetting to bring it. Anyway, I got it. I brought it home. I remember having it, and I took it out of my pocket, and I have no idea where I've put it down.
Brilliant.
So I thought I'd take the photos anyway, stick it on sale for the same price without the knob, because it still works. Just turn the steady bit. But yeah, so I might have to re-photo it when I find the knob. So if that's the case, then maybe I'll keep it till next week.
My house is full of stuff like that. Well, I've got the part for something, but like, right, here we go, and then something it's for, it just happens to be in a shipping container or a unit somewhere. It's like, oh, I'm not going to find it now, am I? I'll put it to one side, and I get the item out, and I'm like, oh, where we put the bloody knob or button for it? With the friggin', I had a Sharp cassette player thing, 40 quid if it was all in good condition. And one of the buttons fell off. I found it in the car. I was like, oh, fantastic, I can reattach it. Brilliant, I can do that. I'm capable of doing that. Well, couldn't find it when I put the cassette player. I found it a few months later. I thought, fantastic. Can I find a button? Can I fuck? Right, and then I just put it on for 25 quid. I think I sold it for 20 quid. It cost like £1, so I was happy.
Well,
Last week, found a button. Devastated. 20 quid, gone.
well,
Then
this
I thought,
thing,
can I list the button? But no, nobody's looking for the button. But, what did I find the other day for 2 quid?
another one.
Missing the same button. Come on! Guess what I can't find now? Okay, the freaking button.
Well, this thing sells for 460 odd quid. It's only got 392, so about 400 quid. It's an AccuPhase T105 high-end FM tuner. So it's just a radio.
Fucking hell, I always thought the tuners were like the bit that went for the least.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought when I got it from my guy, and he said, "Oh, I've got this tuner," and I sort of went, "Oh, I don't really want it," and he went, "Oh, this is really worth loads," and I thought, yeah, he's, you know, 'cause he often says that, and it's not really. Anyway, so he sent me a link to it, and it is correct. It's worth quite a bit. Not quite sure why, to be honest with you. I assume it's one of these audiophile ones. You know, people really want them.
Yeah.
But my one's actually got a wooden case around it, and it looks like it's a proper. I don't know if somebody's made it, but if they have, they've like cut it out properly, sort of thing. So I'm hoping that might add a bit of value as well. So that's all nicely varnished. So we'll see. So, I mean, the current ones on eBay, somebody's asking £622 for it.
Jesus. And here I am excited because I found a £30 buck. Mind you,
does all work as well.
Less of a challenge with a buck, isn't it? I don't have to test whether it plays.
Yeah, that's the good thing about non-electricals, isn't it? You just take a few photos and it's done.
Yeah, what I would do, I would wait on that one, Derek, until you find the button, and hopefully that will be like, you know, not next week.
Yeah, I think I will, because it's just nice to sell it all complete as well. Because guaranteed, if it does sell, I'll find the button, and then somebody's got one without a button for no reason, sort of thing.
Or what I did do once was I sold something, a clock radio, cheap. It was like, you know, one of the ones that, you know, the proper vintage Bakelite kind of thing.
Right.
Sold it cheap because missing a couple of buttons. I got another one in the house clearance like a couple of weeks later. It was fucked. It didn't work. I had the right buttons, so I just messaged him, said, "Oh, this one I've sold you spare repairs." I said, "I've got another one now. That's got the buttons. Do you want to buy it off me for a tenner or whatever it was? 15 quid, I think I charged him." Oh, he bought it. Fantastic. Oh,
Yeah.
so happy.
Yeah.
He says, I've been knocking out to see if I can get one to put the additional stuff on, because he says I can sell it in my shop. He's got some shop for like 120 quid.
Well,
as soon as he told me it was 120 quid, I thought he's not having it for 10, he's having it for 15 quid now.
Yeah. Well, I sold something last week, or a couple of weeks, I sold something on eBay. And then last week, I sold the same thing on Etsy. I forgot to remove it from Etsy. But I think it sold when I was on holiday. So I think I must have just missed it. I was busy or something like that when it came through. Anyway, so sold it twice. So I drop shipped it from eBay. I bought it. I think I made about 30 quid on it. But it's an amplifier, so I'm just hoping it all works. You know, the sellers sort of tested it right. He says it does, so fingers crossed. Anyway, so that got delivered today actually, but guess what I saw at the boot sale last Sunday? The exact same amplifier, and I bought it, and it works fine. So I've now got another one. But profit is profit.
At least you know it's sells, don't you? Because effectively you had two sales for it, haven't you? So
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed money really. I think it cost me. I think I did pay up a little bit. I paid 20 quid for it.
I nearly messaged you the other week, actually, because the other day last week, because there was an amp at auction. You know, I don't like dealing with him, but I do know how to test him and ship him. I just don't like the inconvenience of having to do it when I can put something in a poly bag or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like £2. But then somebody outbid me and they got it for £3. Gutted.
Yeah.
Gutted.
Yeah.
The reason I said it to you was because there weren't any on eBay. There was no, I couldn't find it.
Right.
Like, is it, I was going to message you and say, oh, is it worth me picking this up?
Yeah.
Then I got, because some of them, you know, go for 20 quid or whatever. It's not worth it. But
Yeah. Sometimes you can tell from the what I usually do if I can't find the exact one. Most of them have like some sort of thing before the numbers on the model number, like TA, and then.
I couldn't zoom in on the picture enough to.
Right.
That was the issue. And the other thing that slightly put me off as well was they described it as new, and it was like clearly not. It was unboxed, and it was about, you know, you could tell it was like an 80s one.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it's obviously not new, is it? I know that they do sometimes do like retro releases, whatever. But you can look at it and tell, and it's like, well, obviously it's not.
Yeah.
But what they mean by new is means it just looks like it's not damaged. That auction house isn't always the greatest with descriptions.
Yeah. I want to get back to the auctions.
Seen an auction, you just buy from it, Jess. Trust me, if you go into the one I go to, you don't want them shipping stuff to you.
No, I like the one that you just bid in the room. I don't like the online ones. I just get bid up too easily. So I don't like paying much for stuff. You see, so I try to keep my costs pretty low.
But just drop me a message if I'll tell you. But basically, I only use one in Wrexham. So it's like Chester or something like that. It won't be one I'm using.
No. Right, I'm going to go and get my coffee.
So that's listed. Right, I suppose you've got the eBay stores. Quite a few items on auction at the minute. So I don't know, like 1,300 or something. But quite a lot of those are on auction because I'm trying to use me 300 auction listings. Trying to use those each month, but I've managed to sell a few items via auction. It's just putting stuff on auction that's been listed forever and I just want rid of. And I didn't really fancy paying insertion fees on it because I am always very close to using up my 1,500 listings. Right, Bond is listed. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 listings I've done tonight. I am not productive. Oh, yes, by PC Ren, first edition. First edition. It's not a first edition. Dust jacket, maybe 20 quid with dust jacket then.
back with a whisper.
Food. I haven't eaten my dinner yet. I'm going to make that after the stream.
It's a bit late to have dinner, is it not?
Oh, you're working full time and then doing this. Because I had to do my accountant's Christmas shopping. Accountant's future wife's Christmas shopping, didn't I? So I didn't have my lunch until 4 o'clock.
Right.
Today I went to the auction house to pick up the weekend's purchases. Do you see something special?
I'm not quite sure. That could be a scary thing for
If
you.
you want to know the way to Queensbury Park, it's that way.
You've got the side.
And I've got 2 of them, not just one.
So the other one pointing the other direction.
Unfortunately not, because I thought I would have been quite good. The other one's got a few more marks on it, because I was just going to list them as, multi-quantity. But they've both got, obviously, they're used. They've both got marks on. Nothing major, but in different places. So
Yeah.
I'll have to list them separately. Oh, Patty Ritz Reselling has released a new video. I like Patty Ritz video. Oh, it's a short. I can't cope with these shorts. They just get into it and it's over. And it plays itself, and I'm stuck watching the same video 4 or 5 times before I realise I'm watching it on repeat.
I've got some snow chains to list.
I think I sold all mine at car boot in the end.
Yeah, I picked these up the other week because I have had snow chains before and they took ages to sell. But these ones are a special brand. It looks like they sell for quite a bit, 50 or 60 quid.
And I got like 40 or 50 of them, all for free.
All right, okay.
I don't know why this guy had him. Well, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't. The bloke I messaged wasn't who I picked them up off. It's one of those ones where they say, "Oh, they've put it on Facebook with somebody else." So I thought it wasn't really going to come to fruition. They don't really do that. Like the item's gone or whatever, or they've cocked up the listing or something. But I turned up. I said, "There's no change. It's put it in the back of your car, take it away. I want to use the space for something else." I don't really get into why I had 40 brand new sets of snow chains, but I couldn't sell them on eBay for love no money. But I got rid of them through the car boot, I think like 4 or 5 quid each, and every one is just a pure profit. So hundreds of pounds. Every so often I do come across one that I've missed and never taken down. So maybe I should try listing them again, or maybe I should just take them to a car boot.
Now's the time to list them.
Yeah. The most annoying thing is when I come across something that I've sold, couldn't find when it came to fulfill the order, and then find it 3 weeks later.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me a few times.
We just find them in this everything's organised, it's all categorised, etc. There's a thing to say where it's, stored. And I go to it and I realise that thing to say where it was stored is from when it was in the MMUK HQ and not in the current unit. So completely, obviously just not updated it. And I did the move, which is like fantastic, amazing. And then I find it in some random bag in the bathroom, like 6 months later. Oh, what the fuck's I got here? Like how's it got to my house when I literally moved everything from the HQ straight to the unit, and there was no step where it went to the house. Weird.
There it goes. Right. My stuff just
But I think
stays
what's
in the
happening
one
is,
place.
I think what's happening is, if I sell, because I do my shipping at home now, and if something sells on an offer, I'll bring it with me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to have to go back to the unit to get it. But if they haven't paid for it yet, 9 times out of 10 I'll still bring it. Because I've asked going back for it. And then so I bought it back. It's been a non-payer. And then instead of taking it back again, I've not took it back. I've forgotten about it. And it's just got tidied up. Let's get progress listed. The SQ battery. Well, when I first started out tanks, before I had storage or anything like that, it's basically my first year of reselling. Everything was stored in the house. I go to car boots, and those are the glory days. Where you go to a charity shop and you just fill the car because prices were reasonable. So you'd fill the car at the car boots, you'd fill the car at the charity shop. So I'd going out and filling the car every weekend, bringing it back home, nowhere to put it. I had to use my bedroom for listed stock. The SKU would be bed or wardrobe or bedside cabinet. I would sleep in with my listed stock. That was back in the days when they used to sell a lot of Furbies and Boppets. So there was stuff you get at the car boot sale quite often for like £1.50p. Every frigging night I used to get woken up by a Furby or a Boppet going off. Every night, awful. I sacrificed. I built the business up. I managed to get to the place where I got my own storage and all the Furbies and Boppets. You couldn't get them in a car boot anymore anyway because all the other resellers pick them up now. But no more am I woken up by them anymore. There was a long time where the SKU would be like bedside cabinets, etc. And I fell off the bed onto the floor. I had a separate SKU for floor. I'd be going nuts trying to find it then. It's not on the bed anymore. Where is it? It's on the floor. We can get it for all the frigging items on the floor trying to find it.
Well, I've got an SKU for my loft, and it's pretty much just loft. I need to somehow say where in the loft now because it's starting to get a bit chaotic up there. But it's mainly stuff that I see as quite long-term stuff that goes up there. I don't think it's going to sell for a long time. I'll stick it up there.
Big car boots. No, I love car boots, but I don't like the start time. That's my issue with them mainly, Jess. It's just the if car boots started at midday, I'd be all over it. I'd love it. But I'm sure the same. You have to be there like 5 o'clock in the morning when it starts to get the good stuff, and I just can't function as an individual, as a human being the next day if I've been up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so it's been a Sunday. If I don't function the next day, Monday in work, it's not going to go well. So that's why I don't tend to do very much Jess. I don't mind like 8 o'clock. Well, yeah, we said that. I used to do the one in Wrexham was only a few miles from me. I used to rock up there at 10 o'clock at Mark Wheel Car Boots and get stuff that people hadn't sold because they're asking too high a price for it, and now they want to go home and they've still got all this stuff. You could get some good deals just by going, well, look, you've not sold it all day. I give you £2. Let's get it gone.
when I used to do the auctions and I wasn't really doing the car boots, I used to go to the car boots quite late. And I used to basically do the same. You know, all the stuff that resellers had turned down because they're too expensive at the start. You know, it's the same when I go to like a few different boot sales in the same day. One of them obviously has to be later than the others. So I get there and there's still good stuff there. It's because it was a rip-off earlier on.
Yeah. I do the same as a seller at the boot sale. The prices I charge at the start will be much less than they are at the end. Obviously, nobody should ever do that because, you know, I don't want anyone to turn up to my car boots late to get all the stuff that I would go for. So don't do that. Top tip, don't do that. Don't do what me and Derek just said. Get there early at the start and buy stuff that is overpriced.
I'm usually there at the start, to be fair, but
well, I can't do it. Like that Chirk one, it's amazing if you get there at the start. Like the times I've done it, you know, I could have filled 2 or 3 cars up of stuff, but it's the impact on me working week. I just can't cope with it. My bedroom is jam packed. Then I stock into the living room. At that point, it's been fucking a workshop. I tell you what, I put a shed in the garden. Honest to God, I wish I'd got a bigger one because it's full. And I wish I just paid more and just got one that's just big all across the back of the garden. But
yeah.
At the time, I was thinking, I want room for a hot tub. So I get a smaller shed, so there's still room for a hot tub. But now I'm just thinking, I'd rather just move house.
I've got a hot tub. It's off at the moment because the electricity's so high.
Welcome, beautiful Alan. How are you? You're up late, not working tomorrow. It's a working day tomorrow, isn't it? Right, have I listed this bill guest? I have. Right.
How much do you think I should sell a bundle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Aldi carrots for Kevin the Carrot?
Are they tagged or not tagged?
No, they're all used. I was thinking 19 quid.
I've sold used ones for 6 or 7 quid before at this time of year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't want to undersell them.
So I would just see like what's the average price of used ones going for? Knock off the 5.
Selling them for like 4 quid and stuff plus postage. Yeah, I'm going to go for $24.95 and take offers. They're in good condition, apart from one of them looks a bit rougher. But
sounds a bit like my Friday night.
Bundle of 7. Oh, so this is where the keyword thing. How would you do the keywords then? At the moment I've got a bundle of 7 Aldi Kevin the Carrot.
Right, so you start with Kevin the Carrot, don't you? Kevin the Carrot bundle.
Yeah, 7 carrot.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a 7 as a keyword. I just put Kevin the Carrot bundle times 7.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people are going to like have a specific number in mind. They're just going to.
They don't care, do they? They just times 7 Aldi Christmas boy.
The other thing I do now that I didn't used to do before is I'll have a look to see what comes up top on best match. You know, when I'm doing me look at listings.
Right.
Because normally you do sell similar, you go on the solds, don't you? And you go off, say the most recent on there. But now I'm thinking, actually, yes, it's sold, but if there's one that's ranking at the top on best match, there's a reason it's at the top, isn't there? So it could just be that they've paid a shitload of money to promote it.
Yeah,
Good about it. So I'll always have a look at that and the solds, and then pick the listing to sell similar against.
I mean, one of them's here for £5 plus £3 postage. But I don't want to sell them separately, really. I just want them all gone, really.
I need to list my Looney Tunes plush bundle, actually.
Would you list it under advertising collectibles or other soft toys?
Right, soft toy. Well, I don't know if there's a difference in fees on the two, but soft toys, because
Yeah, that's what they are, really, isn't it? Brand, Normandy. Character family.
the cat are enjoying watching my beautiful face.
Type. Carrots.
Therapy, this one.
How to. Could use motion and smoke for the environment. Carrots. As shown. Or in good use condition. Photos for measurements. Oh. Right. Stick them on Facebook as well. Somebody will message me saying I'm trying to rip them off, asking 25 quid for 7 carrots.
Oh, this needs to go in a different category.
We've had an offer. We've had an offer. Let's see if the chat thinks I should take this offer. Right, here we go. Right. A skateboard, an additional deck. I've got it on for £40. £35 is the offer.
Yeah, well, without doubt.
Definitely taking it. Looks like a decent enough buyer as well. Yes, I'll definitely take that. I probably would have took 20 quid for them, to be honest with you.
Well, if you're watching now and you wish to withdraw your offer, this is your moment.
It was $42.99 with the postage. But the postage will be pretty much a cost with that. I'll probably end up sending those parcel forms, maybe Hermes. Put my trust in every.
Normally, when I do these streams and list stuff, I have more sales than what I've had. But my store is still semi-stagnant, as eBay put it. They described my store as stagnant at the eBay Open, That's like a swamp, isn't it? It's like a dirty swamp that nobody wants to go in.
Yeah.
Now it's semi-stagnant. Right. The Rustlers of Rattlesnake Valley. That's not first edition. Yeah, we'll cheap about 25 quid that. No fat.
It was listed £300 worth of stuff since watching.
Yeah, no, he's multi-constant though, isn't he? So that's just one listing. Oh, here we go. Somebody that's nearly 30 quid for this book without a dust jacket. I've got a dust jacket, so it's gone on for 30. I've used the right keywords. I used Biggles as a keyword.
Yeah, I'm completely out of slow cookers now.
I think I've got 3 in my backlog, but I only know where one of them is.
I'll get them listed. For some reason, they seem to be selling really well.
People are probably thinking they're more energy efficient, aren't they? Whereas the
Yeah.
truth is, if you're selling one that's 30 or 40 years old, they ain't got no energy efficiency. It's probably as efficient as turn on your cooker. But,
Well, these are all vintage ones.
yeah. Well, yeah, it was energy efficient in any way, but you think they are.
Don't care as long as they're happy with them.
Oh, this is a reprint. The first edition is 1940. That's down for 30 quid anyway, stuff it. Oh, this is doing not enough. I'll end up on 9. Very slow and unproductive. I only do 20 in this time, but hard work when you're doing the YouTube at the same time. But nicer to do it collaboratively. So the number I find to get the really good sales is 20 a day. Do 20 a day every day.
I was about to say I'm 1 off from 20 today, which is brilliant for me. But can't see me doing that again tomorrow.
I'll try and do a dozen tomorrow.
I pretty much do 10 a day all the time, but since coming back from holiday, I haven't really. I need to get back on it.
My nephew having been down this week, I did 6 yesterday and 6 on Monday, which is enough.
I think as long as you're listing regularly, I don't think it matters too much. I mean, I haven't listed properly for over a month now, and I'm still getting regular good sales, but it's basically all the stuff I had on there has kept me going. That's going to run out soon. List my charity shop pickup. Very rare occasion I went into a charity shop. My son started selling trainers and football boots, so I was driving past the charity shop, so I thought I'd nip in there, see if there's anything for him. And I ended up buying a brand new Casio calculator thing. For £6.
How is your son joining the reselling world?
He's liking it. It's good because he's 15, and some of his mates are starting to get jobs and things like that, little Saturday jobs and things like that. And he obviously sees me doing fairly well, so I did suggest that he comes to the car boots and looks at trainers and stuff like that. So he likes that sort of stuff himself.
Yeah,
and he's doing really well at it. He mainly picks up ones that are sort of 30 quid, 20 quid, 30 quid, with the odd sort of £100 one. So yeah, he's doing well. And one of my contacts I buy electricals from, he also does trainers, so that's quite good as well. So he always has decent ones. So he comes to my boot sales with me now, so I get a little bit of company when I'm there. But yeah, he's still learning and stuff, and I keep on advising him and stuff on his listing and stuff. But trainers aren't really my thing either, so I can only give him basic advice. He's been watching a few resellers.
Well, there's only one reseller he needs. I mean, I know nothing about trainers.
I don't think he watched yours. I think he watches Rummage Around.
Never mind whether he reach around. He needs to be watching me. I think I've got 1, maybe 2 pairs of trainers listed across all 1,300 odd listings. So clearly it is my field of expertise on that basis. I think maybe I've sold like 10 or 12 trainers in the entire 4 years. You just don't. If you see them around here, they're usually just unwearable.
Yeah. You've got to be very careful. I mean, we've had a couple where we've bought it without really checking it, but luckily they've been like the really cheap ones. Things need gluing on them and stuff like that. We've managed to fix them up, but some of them now we really, really check them. But yeah, there was one last week was basically the sole was my missing part of the grip sort of thing. So yeah, you got to be careful. But it's so competitive though. You pick up one of the trainers to look at it. Unless you pick up the other one, somebody else picks up the other trainer, and then it's like, who's going to get it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I quite like going around a bit more chilled out for my stock.
Yeah, I think trainers and shoes just around here, they get put out, they're gone. There's a couple of stores at Chirk that specialize in selling them, and I'm sure if you've got if you put a relationship in place with the seller, because they're there every week, you know, they're obviously specialised, they do clearances, whatever. They
Yeah.
probably have to get some good stuff, but those relationships are already in place.
That's why I think my guy I buy the electricals from, although I don't buy a huge amount of trainers from him, because I'm spending so much on the electricals. I do get first dibs at his trainers now as well. So, but I don't. My son's only got a small budget as well. Although I'm trying to encourage him to spend a little bit more, to make a little bit more, because at the moment he's buying the lower end of the market, as it were. But it's always worth spending a little bit more. You know, if he spends 20 quid on a pair that's worth 100 quid, then it's worth it. But he likes to keep to like 5 quid and sell it for like 30, 20, 30.
What's he do with the money when he gets it? Is he reinvesting it? Is he saving it up, or is he spending it?
A bit of both. He's mainly he keeps a little bit. He keeps about 20, 30 quid for his, as a float all the time. But he's getting pretty constant sales. He probably gets sale every other day, which is pretty good. For the amount he's got, he's only got like 30 things on there at the moment. So he's selling them, and he's buying like 2 or 3 every week. Yeah, it's good that he's doing it,
I think you're right. It just needs like a few weeks where he saves as much as he can, builds up a really good float, and then just goes crazy buying stock, whacks on a load of listings. You get the money back in no time.
Yeah, I mean that's the sort of the way I sort of do it. I never shy away from spending it, even though I might have had a crap week or whatever. I still spend loads at the boot sale because the sales will come from that as long as you buy quality stuff. So I think he sort of needs to sort of think in the same way to a degree. Obviously, he's got a little bit more of a budget, but he can certainly spend maybe 20 quid on a really good pair.
It's an investment at the end of the day. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I know I've got loads of stock. I know I shouldn't buy any more, but I've just listed 9 items, and they're on there for over 200 quid now, and I've spent on him less than 20 quid.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you can't beat it.
I just need one item to sell, and it's paid for all of it. So.
Yeah. Well, he said one of his mates, I think he's helping his uncle out doing gardening, and he's sort of like the whole weekend he's out with his uncle cutting edges down, and he gets like 30 quid or something. Daniel sells a pair of trainers and makes like 100 quid. So, he sees that there's definitely money to be made. So, but he got a return request for a pair of trainers. And the guy had put them in the washer. I think they smelled. They were much more cleaner than how Daniel sent them, and they're Air Force Ones, but they've gone really sort of squishy. You could basically just squash the sole, and all the air had sort of gone out of it. And I think he'd put them in a high heat in the washing machine or something, and basically ruined them. So we contacted eBay on live help, and they just said, "Yeah, you've done your bit. We'll deal with it and give him a refund and let you keep the money." Which I thought was completely different to the sort of response I get.
Oh, if I do that, oh well, you should anticipate this as part of
it. Basically just suck it up and which I thought they were going to say to him, but
the long arguments I had, eBay, I was speaking to a live chat, said, "Oh well," I said I'd had an item returned that wasn't the one that I'd sent out, and this chap on eBay live chat was like, well, if you were running a shop, you would have to set money aside with people coming into your store and stealing stuff. And I said, if I run this shop, I'd have CCTV. I know what little scrote took it. I'd be sending the CCTV to the police, and they would be investigating that and coming back to me with the results. I said, here, you are the equivalent. I am sending you the CCTV because I've showed you images of what I've had back, which is not the item that has been sent. I filmed it, me opening the box, so you can see that. So therefore, I'm asking you to do your jobs as the equivalent to the police. In the end, I think he got so pissed off with the back and forth, it's refunded me. Right, I've done my listings for the day. Well, actually, no, so I'll do one more. I'll do one more, so I hit 10 for the day. I'm going to list Mr. T's autobiography.
Mr. T's autobiography.
Mr. T's autobiography. I'm going to list that, and then I'm going to be done.
See, this calculator I bought at the charity shop. When I looked in the charity shop, I got different results. This one, I have only searched for the barcode. Actually, I'll type in the thing. Oh, that's a bit better. I was worried though. I was lucky to get my money back.
I did well with on RA with Casio calculators. WH Smith was selling them for $6.99. I think they were selling them for. They were going for 22 to 25 quid on eBay. I'm well happy. So WH Smith's realised their pricing error and put them up to 22 quid.
This one's one of those like shop calculators.
From the United States. Do you think that's eBay?
Maybe they've watched the stream and they're closing you down.
Hello? Hello?
He tried to lift it like F250 or whatever. He's like, he's out there. There's like, I just looked at it. There was no phone.
Hello?
Exactly.
Hello? Well, I don't know what's going on there.
It sounded like somebody having an argument.
Yeah, well. That'll have cost them a nice pretty penny anyway. Oh, why does it always have to be a freaking... I have to wet this. But I love American books. They just write first edition in it. It makes it so much easier.
Instead of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever they do here.
You just put like random numbers in. You have to work it out.
I've still got Harry Potter books I need to sort out.
Oh, I thought I found a £500 one the other day. I was so happy. Turns out you're worth a tenner.
Yeah.
Thought I found a £500 one in a charity shop for £1. So they looked at the numbers and they looked to be the same as the one that sold for £500. So I thought, here we go. Money's coming in. But no. Hello, Laney. Hello, Prussia's Independent Trading Co. Or Pit.
That's me doing my 20.
We're about to do me 10.
I've still got a few photos left.
Ah, dust.
Have that off the screen.
80 quid, you take the mic. You can import it for 30 quid. I cannot believe it. Oh my god. Oh, it's gone on for 40 quid then. That must be signed. Oh, relisted. Wasn't even in the UK, so why is that coming up here?
So I take it as you went live tonight, you're not into the jungle.
No. God, no. No, not anywhere near no jungles. Oh, I'm going to go 30 quid on this. Not anywhere near any jungles ever, if I can avoid them. Especially ones full of celebrities.
I've been watching it. I think I'll probably catch up with it tomorrow.
No, my family are on. Well, sorry, all my family, my nephew, my sister, and various other members are all into it. But doesn't do it for me.
I wonder if I've actually got some boot sale footage. I have a feeling I've still got a video left to upload.
I got some I need to put in. I got about 3 or 4 that I filmed that I just need to sit in front of the laptop and sort out.
I think I might do one because it'll probably be footage from the summer.
This is what boot sales were like when we had sunshine.
Yeah. I pass it off as being like last week, and so it's just how the Scottish weather is. Always nice and sunny.
So welcome to the tropics.
Yeah.
Right, that is my 10th listing done. Didn't quite get through the box that was my aim to get through. It's another 5, 6 items in there, but I'll do that tomorrow.
Are we doing a challenge next week then? Is that the plan?
Yeah, we'll do a listing challenge next week. I've got to get rid of this stuff I've got at auction. I got over $100.
Yeah, I could really do with getting my stuff listed I've got in that shed. Really make an effort to empty it because I'm really quite worried about it. As soon as it starts to get icy and stuff like that, the shed, it just feels so damp and wet out there. It's
Just start with the cheapest items first off. Get those listed next week, and then
is that the way to do it?
yeah, and then move on to the more expensive stuff.
Right. Okay.
That's my top tip.
Right. I'll do just that then.
Perfect. Right, we better say goodbye to the chat. And
yeah,
I'm going to go and make myself some killer fajitas, hopefully without the killing involved or the death or any of that. Yeah, thank you to Catpeddler for being a wonderful guest tonight for our one-on-one list off. Obviously, I've won, even though Derek's listed more. He cheated by taking pictures beforehand, so he's disqualified from the competition. But he didn't even know existed, nor did anyone else until that exact minute.
Everyone, good to be on.
But yeah, pleasure to see you, catch up with you. And next week, listing challenge, obviously, will be rivals. Obviously, my 50% discounts. Handicap will apply. I'll probably still lose even with that, but never mind. Don't forget to give Catpeddler a subscription because he's going to get a video out before Christmas.
I will try. All right. See you later.
I think I pressed it. Oh, it's not going on my list. There we go.